Hey guys, it's James here from eBassGuitar, and in today's bass guitar lesson I'm going to show you how to break down the legendary Van Morrison song Moondance into 3 simple sections and apply some simple walking bass techniques to it. If that sounds good, make sure you check out this lesson all the way to the end. Hey guys, it's James here from eBassGuitar, and in today's bass guitar lesson we're going to be digging deep into the song Moondance by Van Morrison and splitting it into 3 simple sections. It's a tune that I've probably been playing for the best part of 20 to 25 years. I've seen it gig after gig, and I really feel it's a seminal piece of repertoire for us bass players to get down. There is so much good stuff in it, particularly if you're wanting to start learning walking bass too. But before we dig into the lesson content, there is a completely free PDF that comes with this lesson. Just click the link in the description below and it will give you all of the notation and tab examples of everything that we're covering in the lesson today. And also the backing tracks which we are using. If you are a Bass Lab Plus member over at eBassGuitar, you can grab them too. So Moondance is very straightforward if you break it down. You can literally split it into 3 simple sections, and I'm going to call those the verse, the bridge and the chorus today. So let's start off looking at the verse. We are in the key of A minor, and the verse is literally 16 bars long. The first 8 bars just feature the piano at the beginning, and they are just vamping between the 2 chords A minor to B minor like this. 1, 2, 3, 5. Or you could do like that, and it does that for 8 bars, and then at bar 9 of the 16 bar form the acoustic guitar comes in and it goes to A minor to B to C major chord and then back down. So we end up with this vamp going on, like this. So if we just started off creating a bass line in its simplest form, and we're talking walking bass here, so it is literally 4 notes per bar, we could just follow those root notes like this. Let me show you. And this will be the first 8 bars, and it will work absolutely fine. And when the acoustic guitar comes in, we can just add the C in like this. So what I want to do is show you what that sounds like with a backing track. So what I showed you there was simple and functional, but fundamentally it works. But what we want to do is start adding some more variety in there, and walking bass is a great vehicle to do that. So the first thing I want you to do is think about how we can simplify this, because the chords are moving quite fast above. Everything that's going on there is fundamentally related to the key of A minor. So what we can do is we can simplify down and just think of the verse as 16 bars of A minor. And once we do that, things become a lot simpler, and our possibilities of what we could use for our bass lines really starts to open up. So we can use the A minor scale or A natural minor scale, or you might call it A Aeolian, which is A, B, C, D, E, F natural, G natural, A, as a basis to start creating our walking bass lines. So what I want to do is just show you a very simple 2-bar walking bass line, which is going to demonstrate this concept. So let me show it to you first of all. It is A, B, C, D, E, like that, and then we're going to walk back down. So, and then we're going to come down, so it will start on the E, D, C, B, A. Don't forget, this is all written out on the free PDF which comes with this lesson. So let's try this with a track, and what I want you to listen to is the reason this works is because there's plenty of movement in the bass line, which allows the chords to breathe at the top a little bit. So let me show you how this works. So that is literally the tip of the iceberg of what we can do with the first section. But the important thing is that thinking of breaking it down into 16 bars of just A minor, because that is where the possibilities start to open up. Just taking those first 5 notes of the scale, there are probably tens of possibilities that you can create bassline wise out of those first 5 notes. So I urge you to experiment and see what walking bass lines you can come up with. But now let's dig into the bridge section. This song only really has 3 fundamental chords in there. There's the A minor that we've covered there. Then we can go to what we can think of as chord 4, which will be a D minor, like that. And then chord 5, which will be an E7. And then we've covered literally all of the harmony that we need to know in this song. So we're going to the bridge section. What happens is we go to a bar of D minor, and then we go back to a bar of A minor, and then a bar of D minor, and then a bar of A minor, and then another bar of D minor, and then another bar of A minor. And then we have what we call these triplets at the end, which are triplet stabs. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, ba, 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 4, 1. And you were playing off that first beat of the bar. So you are leaving a triplet quarter note rest. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, ba, ba, bam. And that is the rhythm. What I encourage you to do is listen to the original track rather than getting too academic about it, because you're probably more likely to feel it than anything else. But what I want to do now is show you a very simple bass line that you could use to go from the D minor to the A minor. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use root, the second, the third, and the fifth, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 5. And this is a really simple but powerful walking bass line. And we can just move that between the 2 chords. So if we play it here, then move it down the string to get it into the A minor. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. And then we're going to hit stabs. 4, ba, ba, bam. And that is literally the whole of the section. So what I'm going to do now is play it around a couple of times with the backing track so you can hear what this sounds like in context. So guys, if you're enjoying this lesson, make sure you check out the Bass Lab Plus over at eBassGuitar.com. Every month we get all of the members together for a live song analysis workshop, and we literally did the Moondance song analysis last night where we dug deep into some of the amazing possibilities. We spent an hour looking at various different combinations of walking bass lines that we could play over this song. Plus, we've got a full walking bass course over there. So if you want to study walking bass right from the ground upwards, you've got all the resources you need to hit the ground running. So let's finish off this lesson now by taking a look at the third and final section of this song, which is the chorus. Now, this works a little bit differently to the rest of the song. So let's have a listen to how it sounds first, and then we'll talk about how it works. So this third section works a little differently to the rest of the tune, as you can hear, but fundamentally it's based on the same 3 chords, and harmonically what is happening is we are going from A minor to D minor for the first 7 bars, and those are pushed just before the beat. So let me break it down so you can hear it in its bare bones. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, ba-dum, 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 A minor to D minor like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on bar 8, we hit the E7 on beat 2. And this is what we could call a hit or a stab. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you get the push and the pull, the light and the shade, however you want it, of this rhythm. And then this just square in the middle of beat 2 of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, which is why it works so well. But what happens is we are playing what we could describe as a unison line with the rest of the band, which I'm going to take you through, which is really, really cool because it's so different to the walking bass line that we played before. And then we go to this. Etc. So you can hear the difference, and that is why it works. So let's take this part slowly. So how it works is we are pushing before the beat. So we go 1, 2, 3, ba-da-bum. So this is a real sort of classic jazz phrase. It starts on the open E, and then we go open E to G to A. So 1, 2, 3, ba-da-bum. Often it's easier to feel these than think about it too academically, but whatever works for you. Don't forget, this is all written out in the link in the description below. I urge you to jump over there, grab a PDF, because this is much easier to see in black and white as well. So let's take this apart. So that is the first phrase. So 1, 2, 3, ba-da-ba. And then we go into the next phrase, which is rhythmically identical. 1, 2, 3. But playing off and open an A string. So we're going to go A, C, D, like this. 1, 2, 3. Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba. And you can see we're just approaching from a couple of notes below, hitting the A to the D. So this is fundamentally still the backbone. 1, 2, 3. But we're putting more musical interest by going 1, 2, 3. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. And the reality is that phrase will work really, really well across all of those 7 bars, no problem. But they do something quite interesting, which is then taking the lines up the octave. So it just creates this great sort of shape to the line. So let me demonstrate. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. And then we go like that, which is E, G, A, like that, which is that same first line but up an octave. And then it does this again, which is A, C, D, which is this line here, up an octave. So you end up with this effect: 1, 2, 3, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, and then it drops back down again. So ba-da-ba. And then it does the first 3 times, and then there's this little thing that they just change on there on the 4th kind of one. So we've gone ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. On this last one in bar 4, we go E, E flat, D. So we ba-da-da, ba-da-da, like that, which is really, really effective. It's just one of those little nuances which makes it a great, great bass line. Then we play the same thing for the next 3 bars, and then on bar 8 we hit that stab of the E7 on beat 2 of the bar. So let me play it to you by myself, and then we'll do it with the track. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba. Round and round like that. So let's hear what this sounds like with the track. So that is the 3 sections, and learn those 3 sections you can play Moondance pretty much from beginning to end. But obviously there are a bunch of different possibilities from a walking bass line perspective. So what I want to do is finish this lesson off by giving you some inspiration. I'm going to show you some of the lines that I would play over that. If you need more help with your walking bass, make sure you duck over to eBassGuitar, check out the Essential Walking Bass course, or there are a bunch of lessons on the blog which is there, which will help you dig into the amazing style of walking bass. So let's finish the lesson off and I'll show you the sort of lines that I would play over Moondance. So guys, that is the end of today's bass guitar lesson. If you've enjoyed the lesson, please do give it a like and share. Don't forget to click the link in the description below to grab the free PDF workbook which comes with this lesson. Also, if you want to grab the backing tracks which go with it, make sure you check out the Bass Lab Plus over eBassGuitar.com. That's it for now. I've been James from eBassGuitar, and I will catch you next time.